the button. Okay. Are we live?
We're live. Hello,
Yes.
Perfect.
everyone.
Hi. Sorry. So, for some technical difficulties, I'm Jackie, and welcome to the Christmas live chat. So, joining me is Eric from Etacude English Teachers, and then
Hi.
Jennifer from the Let's Talk TEFL podcast, and also Teach, Travel, Learn. So,
Hi.
yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. We're really happy to have you, and we would love some audience participation. So, we have lots of important questions, such as turkey versus ham, New Year's resolutions. Do you actually set them? Do you keep them? That kind of stuff. So, yeah, please feel free to leave a comment and we'd love to hear from you. So, our first topic of the day is where are you at in the world? So, Eric, go for it. Give us a little bit of a rundown on where you're at.
Well, currently I live in South Korea. It's 7 a.m. in the morning here. And yeah, actually, I'm feeling very festive. Woke up early. Last night I went to a sauna, a Korean sauna. Was a great experience. Came home, immediately fell asleep, and now I'm here with you guys.
That's
Very good.
amazing. I love the Korean sauna. When I lived in Korea, I lived in Cheonan, Asan, for about 5 years, and just it's a bit south of Seoul, and there's the famous hot springs. So all the kings and
Mm.
queens from like days gone by, I used to go to Onyang Onchan, so like
Mm.
hot springs, and there were these like beautiful, beautiful kind of outdoor and indoor saunas, and it'd be like $20 to go in, but and now in Canada, they have one of those in Whistler, but it's like $150 to go in. So I have a bunch of like sadness about not being in Korea to
Mm.
take advantage of those for sure.
Yeah. I only went. I think I only went once ever, um, because I got stared at enough on the street. Like when I lived in Cheonju, I'd get the "Ooh, are you foreign?" Like people touching my face. This was a long time ago, Eric. I first went to Korea in the late '90s. Um, but yeah, I only ever went. I went to Itaewon to go to one because I thought everybody will be foreign. But then I went, I think at the wrong time of day because I was the only customer. So it was me and all of the employees, and I think all of the employees were like hoping that they presumably get paid extra when they've got somebody to rub all their dead skin off or whatever.
Mm.
So like they were all sort of like, oh, I'm frozen, aren't I?
Maybe.
They they were all sort of swarming, not swarming, but closer than I wanted them all to be when I was like naked and alone.
Yeah. It's tough to get used to,
Mm.
having so many people or people close to you, the nakedness, especially if you're from a Western country, even it's something very new. But I actually took a friend, and it was nice to explain the things to him and to show him around. But it is a bit awkward at first.
And so where are you at, Jennifer, these days?
I am in the UK, so I'm in the north, about 100 miles south of. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my camera. I'm about 100 miles south of the Scottish border.
Oh, we lost Jennifer. Okay, and that's fine. She'll come back. And I am in Vancouver. So we just had a bit of a snowpocalypse here in Vancouver. It happens maybe once or twice a year, like a lot of snow, and which isn't a problem really, except for no one in Vancouver is prepared for it. So there's like almost no snow plows. People don't have winter tires, and it just gets super chaotic. So yeah, people are just kind of like hunkering down and staying in their houses. Hopefully the rain will start before Christmas to clear out the snow so everybody can like go to wherever they want to go. So
I heard
um,
it's so bad up in the north. Even some of my friends live in Florida. That's actually quite warm, a year round. But they said it's just a blizzard. It's snowing. It's really bad right now. Lots of flights being cancelled and being put
mm,
to ground. So yeah, it's
mm.
a It's a very and in Korea too. By the way, I've never felt it this cold. For me, I don't know how to say it in Fahrenheit, but it's a minus 11 degrees Celsius,
Yeah.
and it was freezing yesterday and today, and it's also the wind. The wind was just howling, but
Mm.
hopefully it warms up soon.
All right. So how is everybody celebrating Christmas this year? Any big plans?
I, so I think I told you on the last
Yeah.
podcast that my husband got offered a job and they wanted him there like right away. So he actually left the other day. So I'm going to go to my stepson's and he's going to make breakfast. He's making bacon sandwiches, and then he sent me a text invitation like, "Oh, I'm making bacon sandwiches for breakfast," and then he sent a second text that said, "And coffee and tea." I don't think he
Perfect.
posts very often.
Perfect.
But I
Perfect.
thought it was very, very sweet of him to invite me, so I'm gonna go over there.
That
Yeah.
sounds good. Well, I am gonna go to my girlfriend's parents' house, and the whole family's coming over, and yeah, we'll do like Christmas Eve dinner, and then presents in the morning and stockings, and then yeah, I'll hang out with my friend later that day. We were gonna go like snowshoeing or something, but it's supposed to be like torrential rain, so it's not really a day to be out snowshoeing. I think it'll be like pretty grim, so we might like stay inside and just play some board games or something like that. So yeah, pretty relaxed for sure. How about you, Eric? What's happening in Korea for you?
I, I'm very excited. We've been planning a Christmas party for the past 2 weeks. It's at my French friend's house. He recently came back to Korea and he got a huge apartment, and
Mhm.
so it's almost like a housewarming and a Christmas party. We invited a few friends. One of my friends who's Indonesian is going to cook us some Indonesian chicken curry. Yesterday,
Wow.
drove to Costco. I bought strawberry tart, some desserts, some ingredients, and we're also going to do a Secret Santa. So board games. Yeah, it's just going to be a fun night. I'm very excited.
Yeah, that
That
sounds
sounds
great.
very similar to the Christmases that I used to have in Korea. Just like food and getting together with friends, and it just yeah, it looks different, but it wasn't better or worse than hanging out with family. It was just yeah, it was just different, I guess. Your chosen family when you're not around your regular people. So let's talk about a few good memories that you had. So I know Jennifer and I, we both taught in Korea. I was there for about 11 years, and Jennifer, you were there for a similar or
About
even longer, I
15.
think,
Yeah, it's
15
about
years.
15 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and Eric is still in Korea. So what are some good memories that you kind of have of like the Christmas season?
Definitely, I have a lot of memories. I don't have any memories of people making authentic Indonesian chicken curry. I'm a bit jealous about that. But yeah, the sort of the found family, I guess, our little community,
Mhm.
get together. Yeah, just whoever had the biggest place or had the facilities to host. Uh, everybody brings some sort of potluck stuff. Yeah, lots of fun.
I think some of my
And you?
favorite oh yeah, like one of my favorite memories, the first university I taught at in Cheonan, it was out in the countryside, and there was about 20 foreign teachers, and so we were mostly just friends with each other because it was just more convenient because you didn't actually have to leave. We had like a fire pit, and we had this big like common room, and we'd have barbecues, and like we had a garden, vegetable garden that we all shared, and it was just like this kind of really nice community. So our university was so worried about us having turkey for Christmas. So they would like order a whole like Christmas dinner from like the army base or from Seoul, like one of the expensive hotels or whatever. And they would make like a whole like Christmas feast for us. And yeah, they'd order this whole like Korean spread. And then everyone from the English department would come, and some of the students, the senior students, and like yeah, they were just like very, very generous and kind to us around Christmas, and just they would have parties. The Korean professors would have parties for us. They were just really worried, I guess, about us being far from home around the holidays. So yeah, so those are some good memories for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I
they kind
have
of
good
went the extra
memories of
mile.
that. I was so jealous whenever I went to visit you. over there. Like what Jackie is leaving out is that the place that had the common room and the fire pit and the garden and all that, it was an entire building that was teacher apartments, and all of the teachers. Did you each have a 2-bedroom apartment, or was it
We
a
had
2?
a large 1-bedroom apartment, like a large living room, and then a 1-bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 2-room apartment, each to their own.
Balcony.
Yeah.
We're looking a lake, the mountains.
Wow. That
Yeah, it
sounds
was just
amazing.
we just set up. It was just that it was way out in the boonies. That was the only thing, the only
Yeah,
drawback there.
literally
But
the only
yeah, some
drawback.
amazing, amazing amenities.
If it wasn't in the boonies, I'd probably still be there, to be honest. I would never have
Yeah.
left, but yeah, that was my only reason. And some other good
Well, that's
memories
really nice.
oh, yeah, it was good. And then, yeah, moving to Busan, one of my favorite memories, there's a place called Nampodong, and it's like this kind of trendy neighborhood. And there were so many lights and just so many coffee shops and like little street vendors selling food and like t-shirts and whatever. So just I would go there like, I don't know, like I want to say 2 or 3 times a week, kind of during the holiday season. Anytime someone wanted to hang out, I was like, oh, let's go to Nampodong and check out the lights and like get coffee. And yeah, I just like I couldn't get enough of it. It kind of reminded me of like being back in Canada. It was just very like homey, and everyone was just like there on dates and just with friends and just having like a really nice time. So that was my favorite Busan memory for sure. Oh, oh
Yeah,
wait, Jenny
Nampodong is a.
says she loves Nampodong. Someone in the chat, so Jenny knows Nampodong.
I think you can click if you click on the comments, it'll show us it
Oh,
underneath if you
perfect.
want to try it
Oh
out.
yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, no, Nampodong is amazing. It's actually exploded now. Over Christmas, I know that you'll see a lot of high schoolers and some middle schoolers going down there. It's just thousands of kids,
Yeah.
and they've got these they've got these signs that they hold up looking for dates. I
What?
remember going past it. Yeah, it's so interesting. So that's a new trend that started a couple of years ago, where over Christmas Eve, yeah, kids would just go down there with their friends, and they've got some signs looking for dates, and it's quite fun.
I
Yeah,
wonder how successful that is. I'm curious about if anyone actually gets together from that, but
it's a fun thing though. I don't know how well it goes, but it's just you don't want to be there over Christmas Eve. It's just packed, so many people.
Yeah.
But it's so beautiful with that giant Christmas tree.
Mhm.
For me, my fondest Christmas memories, definitely growing up. So I'm from South Africa, and so it's summer over there, over December.
Mm.
And my family would always go to my grandmother's house, maybe like 3 families together, 3 or 4 families, my cousin, my aunts, and she lived right near the beach. So every day we would just go to the beach, come back home, eat well, and over Christmas we would have this massive Christmas tree. We would have a great party, a feast. All my aunts, my mom, my grandma, sometimes we would barbecue. We don't really do turkey or ham, but we've got so many meats and great dishes. And for 2 weeks before Christmas, we would just go to the tree and look at our presents, pick them up, count how many we had, and you're so excited as a kid.
Yeah.
And just the best. And then right before we would get our presents, we would have to put on the nativity scene, and we would have to do a play for the grown-ups. So we would take towels and put them on our heads, and I feel bad for my female cousin. She was always Mary. She's like, oh, can't I be someone else? We're like, no, we need a Mary. But yeah, no, so it was so much fun, and I hope to replicate that feeling in the future. There's nothing like Christmas as a kid.
No.
Yeah, it's very
So
different.
I have to digress. Whereabouts in South Africa are you from?
I grew up in the north, close to Pretoria, but my grandmother lived close to Durban.
Okay. Yeah, I lived in Bronkhorstspruit for 3 years.
Where?
Bronkhorstspruit.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Just down the N4 from Pretoria. We used to go do grocery shopping and stuff in Pretoria.
Nice.
But yeah, about 45 minutes away. Yeah.
Hmm. All right, so the big question. So Eric did not do turkey or ham, but how about you, Jen? What's your preference on the big holidays? And
Yeah,
please, everyone comment. Everyone in the chat can comment as well. Let us know. Let us know what you think.
yeah, we never did ham at my house, and it wasn't until I was actually older that I knew that some people did turkey and ham. I don't think anybody really that I knew had just ham, but yeah, we
Mhm.
were turkey all the way. But yeah, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she was one of those like cook everything from scratch, 3 meals a day kind of moms. So all the holidays, it was just, not just a whole table full of food, but table and counters and everything else, just every surface covered in homemade food. And yeah, so that, yeah, I have lots of good memories of all the good meals that we had. And I have a really big family. So even if it was just my siblings and my parents or whatever, it was still like a big crowd. um, but yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it was really good. And of course, the shaking the presents and weighing them and who's got what seems like the most when you're a kid, which is judged, of course, the size of the box and the weight of the presents.
okay, everyone is saying definitely turkey down in the chat. Okay, so there's no real ham fans. And I have to say, I think turkey is very like traditional and you got to get the stuffing. The stuffing for me is the key, and stuffing and ham do not necessarily go that well together. So you got to have turkey and you need like gravy as well. So gravy and ham also don't mix that well. However, I am now a vegan. So the days of eating turkey are behind me. So this year, actually tonight, I'm going to make a lentil loaf and it's going to see me through the holidays. So all the little dinners I go to and stuff, I'll just bring like some lentil loaf and then I'm going to make some mushroom gravy as well for myself. So that is what I will have this Christmas. And I have to admit, I am sometimes tempted to eat turkey when I go to like a little gathering, but my friends and family and everyone already knows me as a vegan and they like make special things. So it's like I feel like I can't just eat a piece of turkey in front of them because they'll be like, hold on. I've been making you like
The
vegan
slippery
meals all
slope
this
too. They don't
time.
want, yeah. Once
Right.
you have
So
one, so it
yeah,
might be
so
difficult to stop.
so that's
Yeah,
my
well, if
feeling.
you say specially made a dish just for you, or especially altered all of their recipes, then you can't just be like, oh, just a
Whatever,
little
it's
plain turkey
fine.
and gravy.
I don't want to be the bad vegan. I'm always very aware of that. So it's like I feel like I just have to like restrain myself or like what, oh no, I'm not going to say anything online in a public place. I was going to share a secret, but I'll maybe not. Okay, anyway, so the next question. Would you rather give gifts or experiences? And everyone in the chat, please comment if you're giving a Christmas gift. Do you give gifts or experiences to people? All right,
How
Eric,
about
how about
you, Eric?
you?
Yeah, I recently I read an article where it said that one of the things about finding happiness is actually um, giving to other people and also investing in experiences. So I think if you can combine those, I think you'll be happy for sure. For myself, one of the growing up, it was or right right now. It was always difficult finding a good present. I was really bad at giving presents, so that's something I've been working on is trying to think more of what other people would like. My friends, my family, what I can give them that could make them truly happy. So I've been trying to get better at gift giving. Um, but thinking about giving experiences, I think I enjoy those more because you get to experience it with the person, and you're always going to remember those experiences. Like when I told you about when I was a child, I would go. We would have Christmas. I don't remember what present I got. If you ask me, Eric, when you were 10, what present did you get? I'm like, I don't remember. It's broken somewhere. I can bet you that. But if you but when I tell you about these experiences that I remember with my family, I think it's so much more valuable. But yeah, both are important. But I think if you can do experiences, it's a valuable thing that will last a long time.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one. I generally almost always give experiences to people, and yeah, if you ask someone like, "What did you get for Christmas last year?" Unless it was a laptop or like, a flashy new phone or something, you probably won't even be able to name the things that you got last year. But an experience, it's like people don't forget that because you've had this like fun thing that you did together that you might not necessarily kind of do in your normal life. Like I gave my girlfriend this like vegan cooking class. We went together and it was so fun and it was such a great experience. And it's like we'll never forget doing that, I think, together. It was yeah, just such a good time. So I'm all about experiences. I rarely give gifts except for like little stocking stuffers or maybe like a little board game or like something like that, just small stuff. But yeah, experiences all the way. Jen, how
Yeah,
about you?
I feel like these days it's not like when I was a kid, and I think y'all are both a bit younger than me, but maybe the same when y'all were kids. You know, you sort of get all of your presents at either birthdays or Christmas, and so you really have something to look forward to. You know, and you have like your wish list and all that. But these days, I think everybody gets everything just when they want it. You know, so it's really hard to buy something meaningful for anybody because they already got it for themselves exactly the way they wanted it. So I think it makes experiences even more important, you know, or a better option. But I agree completely that, you know, experiences you remember, but gifts, you know, as soon as you've got them, then the excitement is kind of over.
Mhm.
You know, maybe
Yeah,
if you get a
it
brand new
peaks,
phone or
and then
something.
it just goes like the excitement level
Yeah,
goes down steadily,
yeah.
until you just have nothing, no, no feeling about it, I think, generally. So, mm,
But it's the one thing I do like is that, well, in Korea you've got the Kakao app, right? So it's like
Mhm.
WhatsApp,
yeah.
um, and so it's so convenient to send presents to friends out there. So you just go on your phone, you find out you can create a wish list, or you just go, you can send them gift cards, or like a Starbucks card, or you can send a gift to their house. And I was recently talking with a friend. It was their birthday a couple of days ago, and they just told me, Eric, it's you know, it's so convenient. I got so many presents from friends, and or they even delivered to her door, where she's like, oh, okay, well, thanks. So even
Yeah.
if you're not connected, you can see each other because you're busy or in different places. It's so convenient to show someone that you care with a small gift or gift card. So
Mhm.
not to totally invalidate the idea of giving a gift, because it feels so good when you give something to someone.
Mhm. Yes, I agree. I agree. Whenever I've given someone like a really nice gift and they were so happy, I just felt like, yeah, I felt great. I felt good about it for sure. Okay, so Jen, we lost your camera, but that's okay.
No, I'm here. I'm just trying to see if I can come back. 1 second.
Okay, no worries. Okay, well, I will. Oh, Jennifer's not here. Okay, that's okay. I will go with the next question that we had, and I'd love if everyone in the chat would comment as well. So, the question is, do you set a New Year's resolution? And you can tell us what it is if you want, and then also, if you've done it in the past, have you ever kept one for like a long period of time? Because I know everyone sets them and keeps them for like 2 days. And usually crashes and burns. So let's talk New Year's resolutions so everyone can comment and let us know what you think about them, if you do them. Eric, how about you?
I love New Year's resolutions, and I've actually
Mhm.
been quite good at them so far.
Yeah.
The ones I've used. I think a long time ago, I think I was in my late 20s, and my New Year's resolution was to get my master's degree, and so I started with that, completed that, and then yeah, I did, and after that worked, I just felt so good. I thought, okay, well, this is a reason for me to start something new. And
Mhm.
ever since then, I've created some New Year's resolutions whenever I felt like I needed to. So for example, for 1 year, I drink so much coffee, like most people out there.
Mhm.
Ever since, I drank so
Yeah.
much coffee, and I just thought, you know what, is it possible for me to quit coffee for 1 year as a New Year's resolution, just to see? And
Wow.
because a lot of people say no, you get addicted to caffeine and it's so difficult. And for more than 1 year, just for 1 year, I was just like, okay, well, let's just not drink any coffee. And sometimes, I would go to a cafe and there would be coffee, and I'll be like, okay, well, I'm kind of in the mood for one. Or you wake up and you've got that habit of immediately switching on the kettle. And
Mhm.
yeah, but it was easy and I felt so good. But eventually, more than a year later, I remember I went on a date and I was like, ooh, there goes my tree. Um, I went on a date and I said, well, I haven't had coffee for a while. Let's just try it. And then I started drinking coffee again. But just the fact that for a year I could quit something like coffee, it gave me a real boost of confidence.
Eric, I'm really impressed that you I think you have a lot of inner strength to quit coffee for a year. I am also very addicted to coffee, or like you used to be, and
Mm,
I don't think I'm ever gonna quit. Honestly, I feel like out of all the habits,
mm,
it's like the least bad habit that you could have, or one of
yeah.
the least bad habits. So I'm gonna stick to it. But I always do have in the back of my mind, like I do drink a lot of coffee, and maybe it's too
Mm.
much.
No, me too. I restarted, so I'm back where I was, but
Yeah.
I think it was just that experience.
Yeah. So for this year, I am going to set a small New Year's resolution. So I work from home, and so I wake up and then, I have like coffee and then I start working and I do my writing and whatever I'm going to do. And sometimes I'll just stay inside in my house from like the moment I wake up
Mm,
until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock until I go out to play tennis or like softball or
wow.
like whatever I'm going to do or go for a bike ride. And I actually think it's really unhealthy just sitting the entire day in
Mm,
one spot. So my New Year's resolution is to go for a walk on my lunch break, like to have a quick lunch and then just go for like even a 10 or 15-minute walk or 20-minute walk just around the neighborhood, just to get some
mm.
fresh air, even if it's raining, even if it's snowing, just go for a quick walk. And yeah, I think I can actually do it because whenever I do go for a walk in the middle of the day, I love it. Like I just feel like, why don't I do this every day? So this is the year that I'm going to be serious about it, about actually doing it. So
I think that's a great idea. Whenever you go for a walk, or in Korea, you go for a short hike,
mhm,
you never regret it. You always think,
mhm,
well, I'm busy, I've got this to do, that to do. But if you take 30 minutes, an hour just to take a walk around the neighborhood, or
mhm,
if there's a nice place you want to visit, you're gonna feel so good. So I really like
mhm.
that New Year's resolution.
So
Yeah.
Vivian says she did keep a New Year's resolution to go to the gym, which I feel like is one of actually the harder New Year's
Yeah.
resolutions to keep. So I'm quite impressed with you that you did that for an
Yeah.
entire
Like going
year.
for a walk around your
Mm,
neighborhood is a lot easier, I feel like, than getting up and going to the gym.
yes,
Those
yes.
never work for me.
Okay, Martha says this year she wants to fall in love. As if that
Mm.
was so easy. I wish
You
you
need to
luck.
get a sign.
Sometimes, yes, take Eric's advice from Nampodong. Hold up a sign looking for a date, and then you never
Uh,
know what can happen. So Jennifer, how about you? Do you keep New Year's resolutions? Are you going to set one this year, or what's your plan?
I always set them usually, and I'm usually really bad at keeping them. But yeah, what you were saying about getting up and going for a walk and not spending your whole day at your desk, because it is really easy to just sit at my desk, especially looking out the window. And, here in the north of England, it's usually not delightful weather for being outside. So I think, oh, maybe later it'll clear up. But I have like all the, clothing that I need. Like I have a poncho and a raincoat and,
Mhm,
whatever. I can go out. I just talk myself out of it easily, but I do feel so much
mhm,
better uh, when I get out and go for a walk.
mhm, mhm, for
So
sure.
that's
All
really
right,
important.
so I think that's about it. Those are all the questions I have. So do you have any pressing things to mention?
well,
Eric, looks like.
just like Vivian said, we should
Mm.
create an accountability group, especially if it's. I feel like we've got a lot in common. I
Mhm.
also my New Year's resolution for this year is also to go to the gym.
Okay.
Like last night, I went to the sauna, and you see yourself, and you're like, well, time to get into super good shape. I'm going to reach 40 very soon, so I need to one last go at it to get into super good shape. So I'm going to try and do that. So an accountability group would be great. And Martha, yeah, I think falling in love, that's something. Well, unless you've got a partner, that's something we're all do. So.
Hopefully you're if you have a partner.
Eric, I love that idea about checking in with each other. I think, yeah, like Vivian said, it was key to have like a group of people that would go together and keep each other accountable. So I'm willing to do it, Eric and Jen, if we like check in with each other every couple
Send you a
weeks or once
message.
a
Have you
month.
been on a walk? Yeah.
How's it going? Have you gone for a walk every day? I think it would actually help me quite a lot if I knew that people were going to be like checking up on me.
Yeah, we did this before. You set up a group, oh God, at least 5 years ago, not about walking, but about like a financial accountability group, like a no spend month or something.
Yes.
And
I called it the money diet.
Yeah, money diet. Like knowing that I would have to go in the group and be like, oh, I went to Starbucks today and spent $12 on a coffee. Like, then, I'm not going to
go. So it was my friend Ryan and I, and we were both, this was years ago. I'm less frugal now, but we were like paying off student loans and stuff. And we were both obsessed with frugal living, personal finance kind of stuff. So we called it the money diet. And so we would have to post on Facebook every day, every dollar that we spent, and then add up like the weekly total and then the monthly total. So it was like subway ticket, 900 won, like whatever, like charging cell phone, 10,000 won. And it was a competition to see who could spend the least amount of money by the end of the month. And like nothing inspired me more to actually save money than that. It was actually genius, like so good. I managed to save a ton of money. My friends were always so annoyed because I was like so cheap. So instead of taking like a taxi or a bus somewhere, I'd be like, it's only a 2-hour walk. That's fine. I'll just walk to save like $1. Basically. I would be willing to walk for like 2 hours. And I got a bike, so I just literally rode my bike everywhere, like even going out for the night, going out for some drinks and stuff. I was like, whatever, I'll just ride my bike, it's fine. Even if it was like cold or like at nighttime. I was so devoted to it. So yeah, it was good for sure. It was fun. We still talk about it actually years and years later, me and Ryan, whenever we chat with each other. So All right, so I think that is about it. Thank you so much, Eric and Jen, for joining me on the live stream, and thanks to everyone who came and commented. And Eric, where can people find you online if they want to check out your stuff?
Well, my YouTube channel is called Etacude. It's Educate Backwards, the Etacude English Teachers channel. So if you want to see some videos of me, please go and check that out.
Yes, and Eric has a very popular live stream. I think it's like Sunday night in Korea or something, or like, yeah, Sunday night. It's regular, and you do it every week, I think, pretty much. So
every week for the past 3 years, yeah.
Yes, and we have only a few people on here, but Eric's live streams have like thousands of people, I think sometimes, or hundreds.
The thing is, I think so. My audience, I stream to Facebook and on YouTube, and on Facebook it's easier to share. And also you get what is it, subtitles, so so both platforms are very useful. So that's just why it looks inflated, because it's actually on both platforms.
I think you're also quite popular. Don't undersell yourself. I think people like really like joining it. I was on Eric's live stream once, and like everybody was so interactive and like so happy to see you, and you like knew all the regulars and stuff. So I think people have a really good time when they join you. So definitely check out etacude English Teachers, and yeah, join in on one of Eric's live streams. And Jen, where can people find you?
My New Year's resolution is I'm going to update my blog and also post a new video on YouTube. I looked up on YouTube the other day and I saw that I had not posted a new video in like a year and a half. So yeah, my New Year's resolution is to, get myself together. I noticed.
Well,
I think that whenever we have an explicit tag on our podcast, I think it's because of me. So I'm gonna work on that too.
perfect. And Jennifer, host a live stream. I'll be happy to join. It's an easy way to like
Okay.
make a new video without like having to be too organized or whatever. So we'll just like chit chat about things or whatever. I'll be happy to join. No problem at all.
That sounds great. And Jackie,
And
how about you?
for me, well, this is my YouTube channel, so you can like subscribe or like the video and see all my other stuff through right here. And then also you can go to eslactivity.org. And yeah, you can see a whole bunch of activities, my books, links to TikTok, Pinterest, all the things like that. Okay, and I think that is about it. Thank you so much, everyone, and Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great time wherever you are in the world. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye.